This is the exact reason why I don't go busting a nut over stuff like Black Friday or Cyber Monday or anything else. This is also why I, having worked in retail as I guess most people have at some point in their lives, still remember the tricks that they used to do. And by that I mean this. Now, I'm not picking on Micro Center specifically. Used to work there, just like I used to work at CompUSA when it was there, and Geek Squad, Best Buy. But they were just the ones that happened to do this, that I caught anyway, at least in the email stuff that they do. So take a look at these two things that I just caught here. Let me get this out of the way. I just have this up so I can see what I'm doing. Look at this. Now look at this. Now, in case nobody realized what's going on here, price too low to advertise, regular price is $189. $229 was supposedly the regular price that they're claiming, and now it's $189. Caught you slipping, Micro Center. That's real fucked up. You're sitting here trying to fuck with me, or I guess everybody. But again, I don't go busting that over it. I just look for deals whenever I need something, not at specific times of the year. But this is just something for any of those people who, I wouldn't say that I used to do that because I didn't, but I certainly had the want to the moment some deal that I supposedly couldn't pass up, even though I didn't need the thing, I couldn't pass up, came along, I just had to get it. Yeah, that deal is probably not a deal. I also catch Walmart doing this shit all the time. Part price marked down to $9.99 from $19, but then if you look at the back of that sticker, the regular price was $9.99. Standard issue tactic. It's a very standard issue trick that most people don't realize, especially those that have not worked in retail. But yeah, it's a very, yeah. So small video, real small video, just to tell one and all, be careful. Nobody likes losing money, and these people really aren't losing as much money on Black Friday through all these great deals as is previously thought. Especially considering that the price it costs to make a lot of the shit that they're selling, especially when it comes to electronics, it's really not that much. So rather than making, I don't know, $10 profit, they might only make $2 profit. They're still making a profit. So that's not to say that they're not losing money on a lot of other stuff, but by and large, they're making their money. So yeah, just be careful of this, people. Just be mindful of this. Focus. Yeah, that's it. I gotta head to the gym, so I'll be talking to you all later.
Right. So I got this some time back. It's probably been less than a week now, or maybe a little over a week. This was for $403, 403 and some change dollars on Amazon by a brand new. I just took the box out to the recycling. From either the Canon store directly or an authorized seller of the Canon store. Okay. And I was holding, I've actually had this thing in my cart, in my Amazon cart for about a month and a half. And I kept seeing the price go up and come down and go up and come down. And when I finally pulled the trigger on this thing, it was at 403, but 2 days before it went up to 480 something. Apparently the regular price is 600 something. Okay. I go and check it today, the day before Cyber Monday, and it is down to 375. I'm like, damn it. But then I remembered Two things. Number one, a video I did over a decade ago, which you all will see again in this video. And then I also remembered what Robert Greene and via Don Lessing went and said. You all will also hear about that. So let's get started. In making this video that you're currently watching, I just thought of this. In making this video that you're currently watching, I thought of this. Look at this TV right here. Okay, it looks like a regular TV. It works. The TV works just fine. Keep that in mind for later. Works just fine. Okay? I don't have cable or anything. I only watch Netflix, and every now and then I boot up the PS2 and whatever. But it works, right? But look at this. I don't know if you can see it from here. Let me turn this off. You see that right there? It's all the way in, but keep going, keep going, keep going. You see the little line there? You see it really pronounced here? This thing is coming out, okay? This thing is coming out. And I need to get them to paint that thing. That's been there for the longest time, from when that water heater back there in that room, storage room or whatever, broke or whatever. But see that? It's completely fine everywhere, and it's coming out right here. However, the TV works perfectly fine. And I'm going to get some of the cleaner and re-clean that, since, as you can see, the whole rest of the thing is clean. So guess what I'm going to do? Especially with Cyber Monday, this is what this video is about, and the Cyber Monday is, what, 2 hours away? Okay, or a little over 2 hours away. I'm going to keep this thing until it actually dies. Until it flat out dies, or until this thing separates so much that it becomes, I don't know, like a health hazard or something, because, you know, the chemicals or whatever, metals or whatever the hell's in there. Yeah, that's literally what I'm going to do. I am not going to go out and get a brand new TV, despite the fact that I can. I literally can. And this stand takes up to, what, 70 inches, I believe? And really, it's probably more weight than anything is important than actually the inch size. So it says up to 70 inches, I believe. Okay? But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to keep this TV that I've had for several years now. Even though it's starting to split up there, it works perfectly fine, and I didn't even realize it until one day I was sitting here thinking, just reclined and thinking, you know, reclined here, just thinking about certain things, and I zoned out, and then I just happened to notice, as my eyes were moving across the top while I was thinking, whoops, I just happened to notice that thing, and that's how I found out about it. So had it not been for that, I wouldn't have even noticed. So yeah, I'm gonna keep it. No Black Friday, no Cyber Monday, no none of that. None of that. Same thing, let's go back into the room. Let's go back into the room. Let's go back into the room. Same thing here. If you don't know what I'm about to talk about, ask your computer. Okay, well, perfect example here. This needs to go. The mouse, they still work perfectly fine, but I have had these things for at least 8 years now. 10 years. I've had it for 10 years. So it's 20. I've had this since 2014, and this model, this whole thing is, I believe this stuff came out in 2005. Okay. But this is my computer here. The newest thing about this computer is the case itself. All right. In this computer is still, because I've said this before in other videos way the hell back, still Again, if you don't know what I'm talking about, go ask a computer nerd, whoever is your computer nerd of choice, and they will you'll see their reaction. Okay, so it is an AM3 Plus system board, an Ace Rock. It's the, what is it? The Fatality FF 990 FX, right? Fatality board. If anybody remembers that, okay, those days. The CPU is a AMD FX 9590. Okay, AM3. The graphics card is an R9 Fury X. Okay. What else we got in there? 32 gigs of DDR3 memory. Okay. What else we have? What else we got? What else we got? What else we got? I mean, it's all liquid cooled with an XSPC Photon D5, I believe it is. D5 Photon D5 V3 custom liquid cooling kit. Go ask any computer nerd about the specs that I just gave, and they're probably going to be like, "Oh, that poor man. Good Lord." But what? It works. It still works perfectly fine. The CPU is probably the oldest thing at 2009 is when it came out, if I'm not mistaken. The case is the newest thing, but before I changed the case some time back, the newest thing was the graphics card, which came out in, I think, 2015, right? So there's that, but it still works. Now, I would love to upgrade. I need to upgrade. I wanted to upgrade to see, because okay, again, with your computer nerds, they will to be able to tell you the graphics card is PCIe 3, but yet the system board is PCIe 2. So the graphics card right off the bat was running at half speed. I would like to see what this ancient graphics card, along with this prehistoric CPU, but this ancient graphics card can do when it has the max amount of space, or even more than the max amount of space, right? And so that is going to be PCIe 3 boards, which are obsolete now, PCIe 4 boards, which are about to get replaced by PCIe 5, if they haven't already. Okay. So you see how far back I am. However, all the Black Fridays, all the Cyber Mondays, and I have not upgraded yet because it still works. For what I do, it still works. Even though I would very much like to upgrade. Okay? Put it to you like this. I'll put it to you like this. This tiny Lenovo thing that I'm using as a server, okay? That thing, more or less, probably runs faster and can process more than that massive computer that I have in there. Just to let you, right? Just to let you know, like, it has far more modern components, even though that is pretty prehistoric as well. Okay, that computer's from 2020, 2021, something like that. Okay. And I found that computer. I didn't buy it. I found it in the mail, and I tried to return it to the person who it seemed like it was getting mailed to, and then they wouldn't put it back out, and then it sat outside for a week and not getting picked up. I guess they didn't want it, so I took it, not knowing what was in the thing. I'm like, okay, this thing's been here for a week. The mailman isn't picking it up. I put it up to the floor, like 3-4 floors above me, where it says it's getting delivered, and they keep putting it back there. So I'm like, all right, fine, it's mine. I opened it up, saw that it was a computer. Awesome. Anyway, point is, this whole Black Friday thing, this whole Cyber Monday thing, which is more my alley, Nope. Nope. Nope.
Law 40. Despise the free lunch. Judgment. What is offered for free is dangerous. It usually involves either a trick or a hidden obligation. What has worth is worth paying for. By paying your own way, you stay clear of gratitude, guilt, and deceit. It is also often wise to pay the full price. There is no cutting corners with excellence. Be lavish with your money and keep it circulating, for generosity is a sign and a magnet for power. Money and power. In the realm of power, everything must be judged by its cost, and everything has a price. What is offered for free or at bargain rates often comes with a psychological price tag. Complicated feelings of obligation, compromises with quality, the insecurity those compromises bring, on and on. The powerful learn early to protect their most valuable resources, independence and room to maneuver. By paying the full price, they keep themselves free of dangerous entanglements and worries. Being open and flexible with money also teaches the value of strategic generosity, a variation on the old trick of giving when you are about to take. By giving the appropriate gift, you put the recipient under obligation. Generosity softens people up. To be deceived. By gaining a reputation for liberality, you win people's admiration while distracting them from your power plays. By strategically spreading your wealth, you charm the other courtiers, creating pleasure and making valuable allies. Look at the masters of power, the Caesars, the Queen Elizabeths, the Michelangelos, the Medicis. Not a miser among them. Even the great con artists spend freely to swindle. Tight purse strings are unattractive. When engaged in seduction, Casanova would give completely, not only of himself, but of his wallet. The powerful understand that money is psychologically charged, and that it is also a vessel of politeness and sociability. They make the human side of money a weapon in their armory. For everyone able to play with money, thousands more are locked in a self-destructive refusal to use money creatively and strategically. These types represent the opposite pole to the powerful, and you must learn to recognize them, either to avoid their poisonous natures or to turn their inflexibility to your advantage. The bargain demon. Powerful people judge everything by what it costs, not just in money, but in time, dignity, and peace of mind. And this is exactly what bargain demons cannot do. Wasting valuable time digging for bargains, they worry endlessly about what they could have gotten elsewhere for a little less. On top of that, the bargain item they do buy is often shabby. Perhaps it needs costly repairs, or will have to be replaced twice as fast as a high-quality item. The costs of these pursuits, not always in money, though the price of a bargain is often deceptive, but in time and peace of mind, discourage normal people from undertaking them. But for the bargain demon, the bargain is an end in itself. These types might seem to harm only themselves, but their attitudes are contagious. Unless you resist them, they will infect you with the insecure feeling that you should have looked harder to find a cheaper price. Don't argue with them or try to change them. Just mentally add up the cost in time and inner peace, if not in hidden financial expense, of the irrational pursuit of a bargain.